And now I'd like to bring in Roland Martin. He's a host and managing editor of NewsOne Now. He's also the founder and editor of BlackAmericaToday.com. Roland, thank you so much for being with us.
Glad to be here.
I hate this story, but it's one we've got to cover and talk about the reaction. Donald Trump has been tweeting about it today, really about the violence in Chicago, saying inner city crime is reaching record levels. African Americans will vote for Trump because they know I will stop the slaughter going on. Your thoughts on what he's saying? The slaughter going on, is Donald Trump the man to do it? And has he given you a plan?
Well, first and foremost, look, I lived in Chicago for 6 years. I know the city well. And the fact of the matter is, it has been a significant problem since you had the breaking down of public housing. That was then folks then dispersed all across the city. And so that was one of the issues there. You also had gangs being taken down early on. And so you have a lot of lone wolves there as well. Donald Trump has no plan. I spoke to more than 40 black Republicans at the convention in Cleveland, and a single person has said it. He was on Bill O'Reilly last week saying he met some top cop in Chicago who said, I can have this fixed in a week. Okay, who's the cop's name? What's his plan? Where is he? The fact of the matter is, Donald Trump has not articulated a single plan to deal with urban violence. None. So I have no idea what the hell he's talking about.
He is, over the last week or so, reaching out to the African-American community. He's got an upcoming meeting at a church in Detroit. Many were criticizing him, saying, well, he's saying he wants to address the African-American community, but he's not speaking directly to them. Now he's trying to. Do you think even without a plan, it's going to resonate with anyone?
No, because he's not. The fact of the matter is, Donald Trump, and I said this several months ago, Donald Trump is appealing to suburban white women. He is doing horrible with them. He is losing college-educated whites as well. He's not talking to African Americans. Donald Trump has absolutely no plan when it comes to HBCUs, when it comes to empowerment zones. You have not heard Donald Trump say a word about voter suppression, reauthorization of the Voting Rights Act. Is he supporting a Republican Jim Sensenbrenner's bill in Congress? Is he supporting the bipartisan effort for criminal justice reform? Have you heard any of those things? No. And again, I have been talking to black Trump supporters who say, Roland, it's coming. I'm going, okay, let me know when it's coming. And so this meeting he's having on Saturday, I don't know who he's meeting with. It's going to be on a black-owned Christian network that's extremely small. I know Pastor Mark Burns as his network, so I don't know what he's going to talk about, but I suspect it's going to be the same old stuff. Donald Trump will not come talk to black media. Tom Joyner Morning Show, the largest urban morning show in America, 100 stations, 8 million listeners. He has him on a no-talk list. He won't come on TV One. We're the only black network with a national news show. And so I don't know who he's talking to.
I want to talk about Colin Kaepernick over the weekend. Actually, Dwayne Wade, even before the tragic murder of his cousin, he had been commenting last week about violence in the African-American community. Now, 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick didn't stand up for the national anthem, said he doesn't plan on it. Again, I want to share this quote. I'll continue to sit. I'm going to continue to stand with people that are being oppressed. To me, this is something that has to change. He's speaking about the way African Americans are being treated in this country. Speak to what he's done, because he's gotten a lot of pushback.
Well, first of all, he's gotten pushback because people in this country don't want to deal with that particular reality. Look, during World War II, J. Edgar Hoover tried to actually take down and put in prison black newspaper publishers because they were writing stories about segregation. They were saying, well, that's hurting the war effort. This is what Americans do. We want to run from the reality, and that is we still have fundamental problems when it comes to race and housing, when it comes to education, income inequality, when it comes to police brutality. Look, yesterday was a 53rd anniversary of Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech at the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. What did Dr. King say in that speech? He spoke about police brutality. What did he say in that speech? He talked about giving Negroes the right to vote. Here we are in 2016, 53 years later, still dealing with police brutality, still dealing with the issue when it comes to voting. And so Colin Kaepernick is saying, let's raise these issues. And so folks are more concerned about Colin Kaepernick sitting as opposed to them standing up for righteousness and justice. That's the problem. America, wake up.
America, wake up. For those who are planning or listening at all to Donald Trump and his new narrative, do you give it any weight? Is there a message he could convey? As you said, I'm listening, I'm waiting for a plan. If he comes up with a plan, if he walks us through it in the next week to 2 weeks, could there be any sort of impact?
No, because the question is, can you trust that he's actually going to do it? Right now, ask all the people who believe his immigration plan, what are they saying right now? Look, you have to have some sense of integrity and character when it comes to what you say. And that's been a problem for Donald Trump. But I'm still waiting for the plan. And Stephanie, I'll probably put some money on it. You're not going to hear a plan on Saturday. You're going to hear more rhetoric.
All right, Roland, thanks for joining me today, sharing clearly your candid thoughts.